Girl, go pulling on the blender for you burn something. Baby say she want a real nigga, but she don't get it. Why you ain't never up and I told you I've been sipping, still go.
Rap beef is like ordering fast food at 3 a.m. It's messy, chaotic, and someone might not make it out alive. The streets of Detroit are no stranger to this kind of intensity. Two of its rising rap stars, 42 Dugg and Sada Baby, are locked in a feud so heated it's like throwing gasoline on a dumpster fire. But this isn't just diss tracks and Instagram shade. Their beef has left a trail of real-life violence, claiming lives, including innocent bystanders. Strap in, folks. This is a roller coaster of gang affiliations, betrayal, and enough drama to rival a Saw movie. 42 Dugg comes from Detroit's east side, specifically the 6 Mile area, where life is less Detroit Rock City and more Detroit Glock City. He's tied to the 6 Mile 42 Hustle Gang, a Crip-affiliated crew. And let's be honest, in Detroit, gang affiliations aren't just street politics. They're survival tactics. Dugg didn't have your typical rebellious teen phase. At just 15, he was sentenced to 4 years for carjacking and firearm possession. After getting into a fight in prison, probably over something serious like the last bag of Hot Cheetos, his sentence was extended to 6 years. But it was behind bars where he found his voice, literally. He started rapping, and when he got out, he was ready to turn his bars into bars of gold. Collaborating with Lil Baby and Gotti, Dugg blew up faster than microwave popcorn. Tracks like We Paid and Grace gave him national exposure. Dugg became Detroit's poster child for success. But, of course, success attracts envy, like blood in the water draws sharks. On the other side of Detroit, Sada Baby represents the 7 Mile Bloods. Unlike Dugg, he didn't dive into the street life until he was 22. That's like deciding to join your high school's wrestling team at prom. It's unconventional. Despite the late start, Sada didn't just wade into gang life, he cannonballed into it. He caught flack for being a late bloomer, but his raw talent was undeniable. His music took off, proving that sometimes even the underdog can bite back. But here's where it gets dicey. Sada's cousin, I Swear Vezo, is a Crip. Yeah, you read that right. The family Thanksgiving dinners must be awkward. You'd think the drama between 42 Dugg and Sada Baby would have started with diss tracks, but nope, it started with T Grizzly, Detroit's unofficial referee turned target. Grizzly, a neutral party, collaborated with both camps. First, he worked with 42 Twins, who are close to Dugg. Then, Grizzly signed Sada Baby to his label, claiming he was just spreading love. Yeah, T, because nothing says love like putting a Crip and a Blood on your payroll. This didn't sit well with the 42 crew. Twins accused Grizzly of being fake, saying, "Don't get your car flipped leaving off that block." That's Detroit slang for, "We'll turn your ride into Swiss cheese." Then came the tragedy. In 2019, T Grizzly's car was sprayed with bullets, killing his aunt and manager JB. It was a horror scene straight out of The Purge. Both 42 Dugg and Sada Baby mourned JB's death, but the tension only deepened. No rap beef is complete without a good old chain-snatching story. Rumor has it, Sada Baby was robbed at a studio, stripped naked, and left without his chains, cash, or dignity. Imagine walking out of the studio like, "Hey, can I borrow a hoodie?" Doughboy, a Cleveland rapper, aired out the alleged robbery on social media, claiming he had a front row seat. Sada denied it, calling the claims all cap. But then 42 Dugg chimed in, posting, "Smoking on hella bloods today," doubling down on the rumor. At this point, the beef wasn't just simmering, it was boiling over like a cursed pot of spaghetti. Sada Baby and 42 Dugg have been trading shots through music, interviews, and social media ever since. On Big Sean's Friday Night Cypher, both rappers were featured, but Sada later shaded Dugg's verse, calling it trash. Sada also stormed out of a club after the DJ played back-to-back tracks featuring 42 Dugg and T Grizzly. That's one way to clear a dance floor. Meanwhile, 42 Dugg kept the pressure on, releasing subliminal disses and mocking Sada for his alleged studio robbery. Their feud has turned into the rap version of It Follows. No matter where you go, the beef is right behind you. If you think this is all just rap theatrics, think again. The violence surrounding this beef is very real. The streets of Detroit are caught in the crossfire, and innocent lives have been lost. 42 Dugg's music video shoot for For Da Gang turned into a crime scene after a drive-by left 2 men injured. At first, fingers pointed at Sada, but it turned out another rapper, OMB Peasy, was arrested. Peasy claims it was self-defense, but with Detroit's history, you half expect a ghost to show up and say, "It was me." Both rappers' careers are skyrocketing. Dugg's working with heavyweights like Future, while Sada had Nicki Minaj remix his viral hit, Whole Lotta Choppas. But with their street affiliations, leaving the beef behind is easier said than done. Here's the horror twist. In Detroit, gang rivalries don't just stop. The 42 Hustle Gang and the 7 Mile Bloods have been at war for over 15 years. This isn't just about music, it's generational violence, like Romeo and Juliet, but with less romance and more body bags. For now, the beef between 42 Dugg and Sada Baby shows no signs of cooling off. The streets are watching, and social media fuels the fire like a ghost whispering, "Do it for the clout." Let's just hope these two can focus on their music instead of their feuds. Because as history has shown, when rap beef turns deadly, nobody wins, and the streets never forget.
That's our new